So, you want to generate leads for your email list or sales team using lead magnets. Well, in today's video, we are going to cover my top 5 examples for lead magnet ideas for B2B and B2C businesses. You can use the timestamps below if you want to fast forward to either B2B or B2C, depending on who you are. And if you aren't quite sure of what a lead magnet is or you want a refresher, then hit pause on this video and check out my other recent video on that very subject in the description box below. Okay, assuming you know what they are, next step is to start creating. So stick with me, strap in, and let's get brainy. So, the B2B side of things. Well, the key with B2B lead magnets is to really understand your persona and their psychology in detail. B2B audiences are looking for ways to help them succeed in their jobs, generate a bigger income, look smart at work, get that promotion, or learn a new skill that's going to help them. Ultimately, you'd like your B2B prospect to work with your company. So the point of a lead magnet is to impress upon the prospect that you understand their KPIs, issues at work, fears and goals as well as they do. And you've got the unique skills and expertise to catapult the success of them and their company or department. The common mistake with B2B lead magnets is treating them as a sort of long-form company advert, when really the point of a lead magnet is to deliver value. It's kind of like a first date. You wouldn't ask someone to marry you on the first date, well, at least I hope you wouldn't. So what you actually need to do is to cultivate a longer relationship over time. The lead magnet is thus the entry point. It's a piece of informational content that is going to woo your B2B audience, grab their contact details, and in subsequent emails and retargeting ads, this will lead them down the aisle. Slowly, as it were. Therefore, the lead magnet needs to be the big showstopper and where you should put some serious effort into. So my first example for B2B is the white paper or ebook. This can be a 5 to 20 page long written ebook on a great topic, ideally with unique, specific insights, maybe charts, diagrams. These are all great and a brilliant design. It's important you have great follow-up emails after the ebook that ideally expand on that topic further so you can keep building this relationship with your prospect. I have an ebook on this very topic that shows you how to do this incidentally, which you can download in the description box below. It's called the Leads on Tap Blueprint. My second example are webinars. Now, webinars are a very popular format and can be arranged on very short notice around a new topic in your industry. You'll ideally need to prepare a presentation so you can share screens with the attendees of the webinar and have a Q&A. The benefits of a webinar are attendees will stick around and ask questions, allowing you a greater chance of converting them into the next stage of your sales funnel. Since you've basically built more of a personal connection being on camera with them, and they're going to trust your expertise a lot more. People always stick around, if you think about it, to ask the speakers at the end of an event some questions, and that often leads to work for these speakers. But books rarely prompt the reader to seek out the author of the book for advice. So if you are comfortable on camera, it's a way of me saying that it's the way to go. Example 3 is swipe files or calculators. Now, for many businesses, simply giving people files they can download or some calculators is a great option. As a design agency, for instance, you could give people your top 5 email templates for email designs or a pack of your best sales templates. As an accountancy, you could give away an easy-to-use tax efficiency calculator. That could even be just built in Excel. And if you find the right type of file for your prospects, this can be a super easy way of getting their contact details. Make sure you do have follow-up emails that tell the prospect of additional things that they could be doing. So ideally, the swipe file sort of acts as the not the whole answer, but the first step, and working with your business would be the next logical step of actually putting those things into practice properly. My fourth example is training videos, which, like webinars, they're much better at building a personal relationship with your customers. If you don't have the time to sit on a webinar each week or month, you can just record yourself doing basically the same presentation you would have done on a webinar. Then people can access your training and exchange their data whenever they want and watch it whenever they want. There are tools you can also use, incidentally, called like Evinar, which make it seem as if the webinar is live, but actually it's pre-recorded. And then you can have just a sales assistant respond live to the questions in the Q&A part, which is a good kind of middle ground, although be careful with that, some people don't like it. If you want an example of it though, check out my LinkedIn bot masterclass, also linked in the description box below, and I'll also link to Evinar. My fifth example is a report. Now, this is way better than an ebook or white paper. Whereas the ebooks are geared around your approach to things, your philosophy on specific subjects, a research report uses primary data that you might collect physically. This is very popular with financial services, consulting, or healthcare businesses who can compile and gather data from people in surveys or experiments and then publish a report that actually gives scientific weight to a particular topic. Now, this is the creme de la creme of convincing an audience of your expertise, but you have to conduct original research that's incredibly time consuming, but if you do it, it's incredibly effective. So that's something about B2B. Let's talk about B2C. The main idea with B2C is to give people an easy entry point into your products and services. So the first example is coupons and offers. So for many B2C sites, especially e-commerce sites, giving first-time buyers a free discount is a great way of getting their email address. Put a pop-up on your site, giving people who are lingering there, that little extra nudge. In order to access the coupon, they must, of course, submit their email address, which means that even if they don't buy that day or don't buy enough, as much as you'd like, then you can send them reminder emails to drive them back and do that. The second example is free samples or free access. Everyone loves free stuff, and e-commerce businesses can give something small away in exchange for an email, and you can even have the customer pay for shipping if that's a problem. Many sort of B2C software products are able to offer a free trial or a free sample of data, which gets the customer hooked and the email in your database so you can keep pushing them to go with a paid plan or purchase down the line, the freemium model as they call it. The third one is ebooks and guides. So ebooks can be used in the B2C context as well. If you're in the consumer services space, then giving your prospect a way of understanding the different options in like a sort of cheat sheet format can also be a very good thing. If you sell luxury watches, for instance, you can give people a guide to the different brands and price points and price appreciation so that they can make a really informed decision about what they want to buy. If you're in healthcare, for instance, you could give people a case study booklet of similar people having undergone the same procedures or treatments that they're considering, with kind of before and after images and the entire process end to end and a tour of your facility. My fourth example is assessment and quizzes. So these are again kind of like calculators, and they're great options for B2C services or products. If you create a page where there's a calculator or assessment, this can work really well because your prospects can find out what they're looking for by answering preset questions, and then at the other end it spits out recommended option for them based on what they said. So you could provide a calculator on how much energy they might save, carbon they could offset, which outfit would look best for their body type, or how much they could save on their insurance or mortgage. My last example for B2C is online challenges. So many consumer services like healthcare and finance require us to develop skills that go along with a particular product or program that we might want to purchase. So consider getting into good shape. You could use a lead magnet with a very easily monthly workout schedule to get people started. This is sort of like a free trial for your personal coaching, but without you having to do anything physically with the person. The same sort of concept would work equally if you were like a financial planner. You could have a monthly financial training plan that had homework for the person each month so as to sort out their financial affairs by themselves. All of these lead nicely into your core service as an extension of the results they see in the first month, and also helps qualify the prospects to make sure they are actually serious. So that's all I have for today's video. Make sure you smash that like button below and subscribe to this channel if you want to become a brainy marketer. I'm Larry Koch, and I hope to see you for the next video. Take care.